Finally, we have a Home Secretary who is not afraid to be politically incorrect and to defend the concerned citizens of this country, especially when it comes to the issue of mass migration. Yes, this is Suella Braverman, the new Home Secretary, relatively new, who is already fighting a lot of battles from the Home Office civil servants, the legislations, the left-wing activist lawyers, the rest of the cabinet, including her own boss, Rishi Sunak and Jeremy Hunt, who are not really conservative compared to someone like Suella or Kemi Badenoch. So she's already fighting with all these, like, on various fronts and the French government and all this. But the good thing about Suella is that she's not really shifting the blame, unlike Priti Patel at the time. So she remains robust, but she's very good at making sure that she understands the concerns of the people. So this is about the issue of mass migration. And I always say mass migration because one thing is about the illegal entries, especially via small boats, because there are, of course, the other routes that people are still taking. And there is also too much legal migration while you haven't sorted out the illegal part. So it's created, the last few years, a level of mass migration that is definitely not sustainable. And it shouldn't be controversial to say this. Any normal country throughout history would have said this, even right now. Do you really think that a country like South Korea or Japan or a country in Africa, any country, Mexico even, would be willing to say, okay, let's just essentially aim for the next couple of decades to just change the face of the country, our own country. Not necessarily in terms of skin color or what you look like, but attitude, culture, values. That country is no longer Mexico. That country is no longer Japan or South Korea. Then you can't do that in those places, or Saudi Arabia. Why is it acceptable to do it here? Now, people in Knowsley, Merseyside have been protesting, and this one was a legitimate protest because young people, young girls' lives are at risk when they don't feel safe walking around these neighborhoods. But because there's no vetting, there's absolutely no monitoring of the situation of the illegal migrants. So the media went completely crazy and biased against the majority of people who were just concerned about their kids' safety. But there was no one who were defending the people who just simply wanted to make sure they have a nice area to live in. Finally, we have Suella Braverman speaking out against the mainstream media and against the political left. She said that I very much understand people's frustration with hotels being occupied by large numbers of illegal immigrants or asylum seekers. So it's good that she actually kind of clarifies in terms of the wording of it. She continues by saying that it is clear that we have an unsustainable situation in towns and cities around our country, whereby because of the overwhelming numbers of people arriving here illegally and our legal duties to accommodate them, we are now having to house them in hotels. And that is causing understandable tensions within communities, pressures on local resources, and is frankly unsustainable. Absolutely spot on. And she actually came to say, those who are protesting, it is clear and undeniable that there are really serious pressures on communities, and saying so does not make you racist or bigoted. Finally, we wanted someone and in terms of senior politician in government to say things like this. And I know it's not enough to just hear the right things, right rhetoric, but our expectations are so low these days that even some words is enough for now. We simply needed someone from the top of government to acknowledge these things and to defend people who are completely being attacked by left, right, center, the media, and the illegal migrants, the lawyers, the activists, all this and that, and everybody hates everybody. So it's good that we have a Home Secretary who's at least trying her best to understand and to be on the side of the people. She knows she was elected by the people. She knows her salary is paid by the people. Whereas the rest of the political class, I feel like sometimes they forget the basic facts about their job, about their existence, about their public duty. And that's the problem with the country right now. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.